This past weekend was the open day at Valrak Games, and Konflikt 47 got so much love. The new edition is about to launch, and at this open day, they showed a bunch of new models for the factions that are going to be coming to this game. We've got new British models to look at, new Russian models, new Japanese models, a whole bunch of information. So strap yourself in as we go through everything. A big shout out to Woodimp and Mordian Glory for allowing me to use some of their screenshots and their footage. I was planning to go to this event, but sadly I couldn't make it due to personal reasons. So thank you, chaps, for all the following information, video, and pictures. So let's start with some of the new units, and if you put your eyes to the background now, we're going to jump in and we're going to start with the British Army. We're starting with the British because that is the army that I'm picking to do in Konflikt 47, and I'm absolutely excited about this because they're getting so much new stuff, and apparently there's even more stuff going to be coming out in the future, but these are the new stuff that they're actually doing or redoing in some cases of models. So let's start with the mechs, because for me, Konflikt 47 has some of the best looking mechs I've ever seen. And the first one I want to start with is the Percival Medium Assault Walker. This has got a Tesla cannon on it. It's got multiple rocket launchers on it. The color scheme on this with like the black and the green, I absolutely love. I love it. It just looks so brutal and industrialized. And the whole lore about the British in Konflikt 47 is that they basically made computers at this point. So most of their tanks, if you want to choose that option, can be completely just computer driven and stuff like that. So it's really, really cool lore mixed in with this. But that Walker, it looks great, it looks incredible, definitely one of my favorite units. And if you've been following Konflikt 47 for a while and you have been playing British, you'll know that one of the things that stood out with the British was the automated units, the Mark 1 automated infantry known as Tin Men, and now what they've got is a Mark 2 variant of that, which are bigger, have more harder hitting weapons and stuff. They are in smaller squads, like with the Mark 1 variant, you can do a bunch of them, where in the Mark 2 variant, if I'm not mistaken, the max you can take is around 4, but please don't take that right now. I'm still reading the rules and stuff like that, but they are definitely smaller variants of squads. Again, these have all been redone, so they're all brand new models, like the old Mark 1, which was in metal, that is more or less just, you know, being put out to pasture now. So the Mark 1 that you're seeing in the background of this and the Mark 2 that you're seeing in the background of the video, these are all brand new models. Again, I can't wait to get my hands on them. I can't wait to just build them the way I'm going to build them. I've got this like SAS force in my mind, which I want to do. So yeah, I'm really excited to get a bunch of these and add it to my British Konflikt 47 army. And the new unit that really took center stage for me is the brand new Galahad Advanced Infantry. These are basically power armored infantry, and they're all equipped with LMGs. If I'm not mistaken, you can do these in groups of 10. The LMGs shoot 40 shots, so the amount of firepower you can bring with these is astonishing. Plus, they look absolutely amazing. I was planning to do like Fireflies for the Americans as my force, but as soon as I saw these lads, I was like, no, I'm definitely doing this. As I just said, the whole theme that I'm planning to do is like SAS, so I'm thinking maybe like a Konflikt 47, like Rogue Heroes type of force, Paddy Main in Konflikt 47, like let's take them boys, like something like that. I'm completely sold on that idea to like make my own lore for my own units and stuff. I absolutely just love this Galahad infantry. They just look so thick and just menacing and brutal. I'm absolutely sold down the river for these. I cannot wait to get my hands on them and start making these chaps into an army. And moving on from the British, let's look at the Russian new units. And if you like bears, then get ready to bear all night long. So there's a bunch of new stuff in here. Let's start with the tank this time instead of the Walker. We'll get onto the Walker in a second. So they have a T-34 ZP. And the information, it says it can combine shots into a blast template, ignoring cover saves. Again, I think it looks fantastic. It looks amazing. Like the paint job on this, absolutely 10 out of 10. Love everything a part of this force. If I wasn't doing British, the next force that I would be doing would be the Russians. I don't know why, but I'm just attracted to these bear infantry so much. They just remind me of just like I don't know, just like psychopathic monsters on the battlefield, which is just incredible. And speaking of the bears, let's take a closer look at these. I'm sure I'm going to mispronounce this, but is it Urus infantry? That is their official word. There's two variants of these. They're both, of course, close quarter combat. The mauls are an anti-vehicle upgrade, if I'm not mistaken. So the claws and stuff, they're like for throwing them at tanks and everything like that, which are pretty cool. The sculpts look fantastic. I'm not sure if these are plastic or resin though. That is one thing that wasn't made clear or wasn't asked at the event by Woodimp, as far as I'm aware. So I'm not sure if these are in plastic. We think they're in plastic, but I'm not officially sure if they are plastic at this point. We also have the Mora's Gull. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that and butchered it again. This is a close combat unit that can run through terrain and are immune to flamethrowers. They've basically got antifreeze for their blood, you know, Russian engineering, right? So if you bring a flame into these guys, they're just gonna, I don't know, blow it out in the way. Again, they look cool, they look amazing. You can actually see like all the blue antifreeze in their in their muscles, in their paint job and stuff like that. Again, really, really cool, really looking awesome models. Everything so far, it looks like they've turned the dial up in terms of design and like how they're approaching this new edition of Konflikt 47, which me personally, I'm absolutely loving. I'm not sure how you chaps feel. I'd love to get your comments in the comment section down below, but I think personally that everything that I've seen so far is looking stunning for this brand new edition. And just like the British, the Russians are also getting a brand new walker. This is the DM40 Molot. Hopefully I pronounced that right again. So this walker comes with an AT gun and twin HMGs. Again, I love the design. Do you know what I love? Front facing, like dead, more or less center in the middle, guns on the walkers rather than like guns on their arms and stuff. It just feels a bit more cool, a bit more, I don't know, a bit more industrial looking. And this one is definitely one of my favorite Met walkers. I'm not sure between the British one or this one. It's a really hard choice. Please don't ask me to choose, but I love them both. They're fantastic looking walkers. This one again with the anti-tank gun and the twin HMGs. Fantastic bit of kit. Absolutely love it. And if I'm not mistaken, there's actually some upgrades you can put on this as well, with anti-tank rockets and stuff like that. That's the information apparently that was shared at the event. I think we can actually get some pictures. I'll try and find some pictures. I'll put in the background right now of some of the rockets that apparently this could be equipped with. I'm moving on to the Japanese armies, and these guys have some absolutely mind-blowing stuff. They have a bunch of new infantry stuff. The new, or what I'm calling it, the Scorpion tank. We'll try and pronounce the official name of it in a second. You've got some new, actually, Type 97 Kai Shiboro Chaiha. Basically the same gun as the Scorpion Walker on this tank, but it's in a track form instead. But let's firstly focus on the infantry stuff. Let's focus on the Ghost Attack Infantry. And they're called Ghost Attack Infantry because guess what? They act like ghosts. They can literally run through walls. They can run through material. It's the tech that they've actually got. Again, the sculpts, the models, they all just look fantastic. They all look amazing. It's really getting into that type of sci-fi now, which is, you know, just it's just out there. It's just cool. It's just fun kind of thing. So that is some of the tech that these Japanese troopers are wielding on the battlefield. If you're hiding behind a wall, you better move, because these guys are literally going to be coming through the wall. That sounded wrong. You know what I mean. And in this next picture, you can see more of the infantry stuff. At the bottom right, you can just see the brand new Empire of Japan platoon commander with his little flag on the back. Again, very cool, very, very stylized, very awesome looking miniature. But the main thing is the assault frame armored infantry, which are basically just like the assault troops for the Japanese armor. Again, more armored, more cool looking, very, very themed in that Japanese type of style as you would expect. A lot of cool things for infantry from all the armies on display, which again, if you like these certain aspects of these armies and designs, I think there's a little bit of everything for everyone. But one of the main things that was on show for the Japanese army, and again, I'm going to absolutely butcher this, the Sorosei Light Walker, or aka Mr. Scorpion tank. You can see it here. This is a brand new kit. You can see like the weapon in the scorpion tail, the claws. It's got a couple of guns hanging off some of the claws as well. Really cool. Really, really, again, proper sci-fi, proper out there. Scorpion tanks. Who would have thought you'd be riding around in scorpion tanks and blasting your enemies into nothingness, right? Very cool. Very, very awesome. Really loving the look and the theme that the Japanese army is going for with this brand new Konflikt 47 edition. Really, really liking what they're doing, and hopefully we'll see even more wild and wacky designs like this. And that basically is it in terms of new models that was on display over the weekend. There's a bunch of information about Konflikt 47. Visit the website, link included in the description of this video. There's army lists and everything like that over there. From speaking to some of the developers and stuff a part of this game, they are really, really putting everything into this. Like, they want this to be a success, and I personally think with the sculpts and the passion that they're putting into it, I think it will be a success. I'm really interested in doing a Konflikt 47 army now and just playing more. Like, the rules are basically bolt action with a little bit of spice put on top of it. And if you like bolt action, I'm sure you're going to love Konflikt 47. But thank you to Woodim. Thank you to Mordy and Glory again for allowing me to use some of their footage in the background and some of their pictures in the background of this video. If you're interested in more Konflikt 47 news, subscribe, ring the bell to this channel. I'm going to be covering this game a lot more. Also, I'm going to be doing some lore videos on this Konflikt 47 as well, introducing some of the main factions, what the updated lore is with what's happened in Konflikt 47 now, because of course there's a lot of things that have happened. American Crusaders, why not? Let's go fully deep in. Thanks for coming, thanks for watching. If you've got any thoughts, feedback, anything like that, post it down below and I'll do my best to try and answer your questions down there, myself or Wouldn't Will. So thank you so much. See you, have a great day, night, evening, way around the world, and bye bye.